Hello friends, Cheryl here with another Margarete Miller challenge. This is week 31, and I think I've got something interesting for today, something very different. So here are the prompts: translucent paper, something royal, a picnic item, inspired by a fairy tale, a shoe or shoes, and then something shiny. So I'm going to do a couple of different things here. The first thing I'm going to do is put down this transparent paper using some washi tape. And I have chosen this neutral brown. It's got some writing on it because one of the pieces I'm going to use on top here has some writing on it. So I thought I would keep them somewhat similar. So, oops, let me get some glue on this thing because it's not very tacky. It's not going to stick. All right. So I want this page to go right about here because we'll have some washi then over that corner. So what I'm going to do is put this down here in the crease, if I can keep it there. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I guess just like that. Just like that. Ooh. And it didn't, my paper did not stay straight. Okay. There's that. And then there's that. Okay. Now it's straight on there. And now we've got some washi tape holding that down. We'll see if I need some on the other side. I'm not sure. So the goal is that this is going to flip up. Let me cut this off and cut this off. And let's go around now and cut the page. I probably will put, well, maybe not, because this journal's not really going to be used a lot. It's not going to be open and closed, open and closed. It's just for me, so I may just leave it like it is. Let's go this way. So let's cut down this clear transparent paper. Okay, that's good. I'll cut this down up here. So how is everybody doing today? I'm actually filming this on Saturday. It'll go up Monday morning, but I'm getting it done a little ahead of time so I don't have to rush to do it on Sunday, which makes me feel good, so I'm not turning this thing around 180 degrees. Okay. Oops, I keep hitting that camera. My apologies. It just keeps getting in my way. All right. So there we go. I didn't round those corners yet, but I will. All right. So we have this, and this is going to open up like this. Now, this is going to be the background paper. I'm going to put this down, and then I may put a piece of washi, we'll see, over that to make sure it holds tight, but we'll see. So this is going to have, if you haven't figured it out yet, this is going to have a transparent flip on the top. And this is vellum is what this paper is. I started to use tracing paper, but it just didn't seem translucent enough. You can see through the vellum much better. Just go up like this. Put that in there like that. Put that down. And we'll cut again. Yet again, we'll cut off the excess. Let me cover up my glue here, and then we'll get into the actual decorating. Get these little scissors are easier to get into these small places. Oh, not too far down. That's all right. Cut into that a little bit, but we can put a piece of Scotch tape or something over that to cover that up. All right, down the side. The side's always the easiest. And this is just a piece of scrapbooking paper. I had to make my son's birthday is going to be on August 1st, and I needed to get a card in the mail to him today, so I had this scrapbooking paper out that I used on his card. Well, it's out. Let's just use it up. Of course, we're not going to use it all the way up, but all right. I've got that little blooper up there. I'll figure out what to do with that. I think I will put a little piece of washi down here. I'll get that same washi tape out again. Oh, that's not the right one. That is not the right one. Where's the other one I had? You guys, this is my washi tape storage system, and I just take bits of twine and I put my washi tapes on them, and then I take all those strings and I hang them on a large book ring. There's the one I had. But then when I pick it up, I can see them all at once to find the one I'm looking for. I don't have to sort through drawers. They don't go rolling away. I don't have to undo the twine to actually use them. I can just tear it right off. I love it. I love, love, love it. That's the only way I have found that I can deal with washi is with that system there. And I just, as I get more washi, I just add more strings. All right, let's line that up with the one on the front. Press it down and cut it off. Sometimes these little scissors are the ticket. All right, now I have a top piece and a bottom piece. I'm going to do some decorating on both. So for the prompts, this is our translucent paper. That's the only prompt thing that I've done so far. But I have this. Okay. Now, down here on the bottom, it asked for something royal. And I found this owl, who is certainly royal with his crown. See his crown there? So that's going to be our something royal. Now, for something shiny, I had thought about maybe this gold actually kind of like that. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to put some of that gold trim around the edge of the owl, with just the, you know, the top sticking out. So I can line it up with the, well, that didn't work very well. I guess I didn't get the glue up close enough to the edge. Let's try that again. So yeah, this will be our something shiny. I was going to use Wink of Stella on the image that's going to be on the front, but I decided not to because I thought, you know, this is a collage project, and collage means, you know, putting things together, layering, and Wink of Stella isn't really an object. So I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't think it really met the spirit of, I may still use it, but that won't be my shiny thing, because I just didn't think it met the spirit of the challenge. All right, let's put this on here. There, I hit that camera again. Now, that doesn't quite meet at the corner, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap them a bit so that they meet at the corners. I'm sure there's probably something else I could have done, and I'm sure you guys will have all sorts of suggestions for me. But on the spur of the moment, usually I have my collages pretty well planned out when I create my videos. I have a basic idea on this one, but I haven't planned it out like I usually do. I've got lots of options. So we're doing some of this together. I really like the idea of the flip with the translucent paper on top. Gives it that double layer look. There we go. Put this over just a little bit. Okay, and one more. Oh, that's looking nice. I figured since he's a royal bird, he probably should have some gold, right? All right, we'll put this down, cut around him, and then we'll get to gluing stuff down. All right, let's see. Let's cut that, and that, and that. There we go. Now we've got something shiny. So let's glue this baby down. I've started using pretty much Fabri-Tac for everything I do. I do use some glue sticks still, and I do use some of the white glue, although my bottle is really low and I haven't refilled it yet, so that's why I'm not using it here. All right, let's kind of get that in the middle. Isn't that pretty? And then the next thing was a shoe. And so I've got this little shoe right here, and I thought I'd put it down on the corner of that frame. That's really pretty with that gold edging around it. And that's all we're going to do on this page. It's not going to be super busy. It's just going to be the shoe and the owl king. All right. I thought about leaving that side open for the prompts, but I think I'll do that on the front. So that's the inside. Now for the outside, something inspired by a fairy tale. So I have this little card. It's got a fairy, and certainly fairy tales have fairies in them. And then the other thing was a picnic item. And for me, when I go on a picnic, I like to find wildflowers and pick them. So I'm putting flowers down as my picnic item, because there were lots of pretty pictures, especially with a fairy around. There had to be some flowers. Now this little card had some little flowers on it, but I wanted something that stood out a little bit more, so we're just going to put those down. Okay. So, something inspired by a fairy tale is our fairy up here. And then we're going to put this down. Hang on, let me find a mop up some of that glue that squeezed out the edges. We're going to put this on top over the owl, so you can't, when it's closed, you don't see the owl. And then when you open it up, and I was thinking that maybe I would put a little tab on this to let you know that it opens up. So we're going to put that down, but I'm just going to do 3 sides because that's where the prompt is going to go. And yes, I remembered. All right. All right. Now, I was, for my something shiny, I was going to use this Wink of Stella, which is a shiny little pen, and I was going to shine up her wings. And I'm still going to do that. It's just not what I'm using for my prompt. It's just something extra that's shiny. She's got shiny wings. There. I was thinking about making his crown shiny, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that. So there's that. Now, one last thing. I do have some more shiny, and I could put, that's too big. I've got enough of this left that I could put shiny down there, and I think I'm going to do that because then it carries the, you know, shiny from front to back. Whoops, that's a lot of glue. I'll put this down for more shiny. So we've got a lot of shiny on this guy. More shiny, and then oh, and then we were going to maybe put a tab. You know what? I've I've got this paper. I was going to put a fabric tab on, but no, you know what? I have some tabs in here. Let me see if I have something that will work. I've got this little tab. It's a little whale tail, a mini one. And I could put that right there. I like it. It doesn't have a lot on it. And I can ink around the edges to make it stand out. You all know by now that I'm a kind of a simple girl. I don't like to do too crazy of things. I got this, by the way, we were talking about this on my Art Before Breakfast this morning. This is not the stamp or the punch. This is actually a die cut set that you can get. I think you can get it now on Amazon. That's not where I got mine. But I think you can get it on Amazon. And it has 3 sizes in it, which is why I like it. This Fabri-Tac, I think, also works better with the vellum. So you get three sizes of the whale tails, and not just that great big one, which is kind of nice. There we go. I may eventually put a little word on there or something, but for right now, I kind of like it the way it is. So let's look at, this kind of stays up, but I bet once we close it. Translucent paper, we've got the vellum. Something royal, we've got this royal owl. A picnic item, we've got flowers that we found on our picnic. Inspired by a fairy tale, we've got the little fairy here. A shoe or shoes, we've got here. And then something shiny. We've got the shiny trim, and then we've got the shiny wings. And then I've got space for my prompts right there. All right, folks, that was week 31. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit different with the flip page on it, but I really like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.